Welcome back to Buy Now, Sell Now, Aniti Now, and let's keep it going with all your stock-related queries. But before that, let me welcome Nilesh Jain, who is the Head Derivative of Technical Research at Centrum Broking, joining us on the show to guide you better. And Kunal Bothra is already there with us. And let's keep it going then with the next query that I have is coming in from Venkat Rao. And Nilesh, let me take it from you. Venkat Rao is a long-term investor and wants to know, can he buy United Spirits or HDFC Life at this price point, or would you suggest to buy any of these counters on dips? What would be your advice, Nilesh? Good morning.
Very good morning to you. The structure for United Spirits looks very strong, and we have seen a constant formation of a high top and high bottom formation, and consumption is already showing some strength in last few months now. So overall, United Spirits position target comes somewhere around 1800 to 2000. If somebody has a time horizon of more than 1 year, then probably one can look for 1800 to 2000 kind of target. And if for fresh investor, it's a buy on decline kind of structure. And if somebody is already holding the long position, can keep a trading stop loss below 1450. So that should be the stop loss of the long position, and one should ideally ride this momentum. Apart from that, the other stock, I guess, was HDFC Life you have asked. So HDFC Life also has a positive structure, and we can expect a kind of a pullback in this particular stock. And if somebody is looking from a position point of view, then probably 800 plus kind of target can be seen in HDFC Life. One can keep a stop loss below 655. So that's the crucial and important support for this particular stock, and yes, can be added at current level as well.
All right, I have this next query coming in from Nikhil Sharma, and every time Nikhil writes a query to us, I always find myself puzzled because it's a very convoluted query, and he tries to actually add some 2 to 3 queries in that one message of his, Kunal. So this one I'll take to you. Hopefully you'll be able to decipher it today and guide him better. He has 23 shares of GAIL, which he's purchased at the levels of 240.94 rupees per share. He's saying it is right now below its stop loss. When should I go ahead to book profits or hold on to this for the long term? And apart from this, he wants to know when would be the right time to go ahead and exit from L&T as well as ITCI. He's not
good time to buy Varun Beverages or Indian Hotels at this price point, maybe for the next 12 months.
Well, the structure for VBL, this particular stock looks positive. The stock is trading well above its key moving averages, and it is also on the verge of a major breakout. The breakout zone is somewhere around 660 to 680. So yes, at current level, it can be bought keeping a price target of close to 850 to 900. It's a positional buy from 6 to 8 months point of view, and one can keep a stop loss below 610 for the long position. So VBL, yes, it can be bought at current level and on decline. And which was the other stock that you mentioned?
The other stock was Indian Hotels, Nilesh.
Right. So Indian Hotel is also in a bull trend, and constantly we have witnessed a good up move in this particular stock, and it is trading at all-time high level as well. So at current level, I wouldn't advise going long since the risk and reward is not favorable. It's better to buy in a staggered manner. And somebody is looking for a fresh entry, then I would advise to buy somewhere around 660 to 670. That can be a good entry point. Keep a stop loss below 640, and upside target for this particular stock comes somewhere around 720 to 750.
all right. Let me take this next query to you, Kunal. Also, a very good morning to you, Nilesh. I will come to you for a query shortly, but Kunal, let me take this one for you because it specifically come for you. This was from Smita Vikram, and also I have a similar query from Nishi. So let me take the similar query then. Smita has DSC at a price of 2,496 rupees per share is what she's written. I'm not sure if that's the accurate price. She wants to know whether she should go ahead and book profits, while Nishi's price is 194 rupees per share. So I'm not sure which one is 851. Also, Alkyl Amine, she has 10 shares at a price of 3,329. Should she wait with these counters for the next 6 months? She's been holding on to them for the last 2 years. What strategy should she adopt for both of these counters, given the fact she's patiently hoping to make some profits now?
Right. So in fact, structure of both the stock looks very strong on the chart. Specifically, Alkyl Mine, if you look at this particular stock, today we have seen a big spurt in this particular counter with a good volume participation as well. This particular stock is kind of forming a big rounding bottom, and on the weekly time frame, if you see, it has also given a breakout from a big falling trend line. So it's kind of a multi-year falling trend line breakout can be seen on the chart. So from a position point of view, I think the stock has a potential to test 3,000 kind of level in next 1 year time frame. So yes, at current level, I would advise to stay put, keep a trailing stop loss somewhere around 2150, and yes, better to hold on to this particular stock. Apart from that, fine organic, this particular stock is also trading somewhere around 5500, and it looks like it has formed a good base formation in the zone of 5000 to 4000. Now it is likely to move towards 6000 plus kind of levels, but the breakout is awaited. I would rather wait for a breakout confirmation which will come above 5700, and post breakout I think the stock might test the levels of 6000 to 6500. So keep a trailing stop loss somewhere around 5150 and ride this momentum.
All right, that's the take coming in on Fine Organics. So moving on, and the next trade that I have, Kunal, is coming from Palin. He's holding Ajanta Pharma at a price of 1010 rupees. He is indeed sitting at great profits in take and keep holding some of rest of the counters after booking partial loss in this one.
So Srishti, as you have rightly pointed out, the stock is in a downtrend and still looks weak on immediate basis. The 200-day moving average that is coming somewhere at 216. So there are high possibility that stock may slip below 230 or maybe 220 kind of levels on the lower side. So ideally, in this kind of a weak structure, we advise to sell on rise. If at all you see any pullback towards 260, 270, use that pullback to exit from if the time horizon is from a short-term point of view. Unless if somebody wants to take a view from more than 1 year kind of time frame, then probably one can stay put, keeping a strict stop loss below 220 and hold on to this particular stock. But the stop loss is coming slightly deeper. So take your call. I think the immediate trend looks slightly on a weaker side.
Alright, this next one is coming in from Nirmala Vishwanathan, wants to know about MRF actually. She's a long-term investor and she wants to know whether she can buy MRF at this level. What do you take, Kunal, if somebody wants to deploy fresh capital in MRF, what the start Kumar wants to know about Titagarh Wagon, Nilesh, 850 shares at a price of 1,645 rupees per share. Should look to average right now or wait for further correction, or should he look to sell this one and put the money in some other stock?
Well, as of now, the trend looks weak. In fact, if you look at the entire railway space, the trend has turned slightly on a negative side. As far as this particular stock is concerned, on the lower side, there are high possibility of stock testing 1200 kind of levels on the lower side. So better to exit on pullback towards 1350 or 1400. That can be a good exit level. The trend looks weak, and on immediate basis, we might see the levels of 1250 to 1200. So better take an exit if at all you see any pullback towards 1350 to 1400.
Right, moving on to the next query, and Kunal, this one is coming from Achar from Tamil Nadu and wants to know, is this a good time to enter into any of the jewelry counters? And he's specifically looking out
To us from Dubai, wants to know about IDFC First Bank, purchase at the levels of around 60 rupees per share, about 500 shares. Nilesh, she's sitting with it or she's holding on to this for the last 1 year. Should she look to exit this one or stay put with it? If you are advising an exit, then does it make sense to park their money in a PNB or, for the matter of fact, Federal Bank?
The outlook on overall banking space is on a positive side, and this stock has already underperformed the most. Now it looks slightly oversold, and if somebody is already holding a long position, that too at 60 level, then I would definitely advise to stay put. Keep a trailing stop loss somewhere around 70, because the stock has been trading in a falling channel and the lower end of the channel comes somewhere around 70 rupees. So 70 should be the stop loss for the long position, and we can expect some kind of a base formation and turnaround in this particular stock going forward. So keep a time horizon of 6 to 8 months. I think the stock has a potential to move towards 80 or 85 kind of levels. So stay put as of now, keep a trailing stop loss somewhere around 70 rupees.
Alright, so that's the take coming in on IDFC First Bank. But with this, viewers, we are completely timed out in this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Thank you so much, Kunal, Nilesh and Ruchit earlier for joining us today and helping all our viewers resolve their stock-related queries. But with this, viewers, it's a goodbye from me and Cheryl and the entire team who put the show together. Thanks so much for watching, but don't go anywhere. Markets at noon will take the action ahead.